guitar show up this week that is just simply unlike any that I've ever seen or played or owned. Now listen, it's always cool to own a guitar that's significantly important. I've owned a couple guitars that were owned or signed or had some close proximity to celebrity, to just like something crazy happening. I had a B.B. King, have a Norman Blake, and I got to meet Norman Blake, and that guitar was made for him. I have a guitar this week that I guarantee is unlike anything that you've seen or I've seen, but has a different kind of famous to it, a different kind of infamous to it. Let me show you. Look at this green case. What do you know about this? What do you think about this? This is Army Drab. This is U.S. Government Green. And let's talk about this thing. This guitar is 181 of 300 guitars that were made from when the federal government took guitars, parts, pieces, materials, woods, when there was a federal raid on Gibson guitars. This guitar doesn't belong to me. This guitar belongs to my friend CJ. Thanks for letting me borrow this, man. And let's talk about this. First, I'm going to pull out the envelope. We'll get back to the guitar in just a second. The year was 2014. I was relatively new to Louisiana. I remember this story breaking, and I remember thinking, it's unbelievable. It's going to ripple out and affect guitar culture and how guitars are made and how guitars are built. And so the general hubbub was this: the federal government came into Gibson guitars and they raided with SWAT teams. With full SWAT teams, the federal government came into Gibson and they took wood and guitar pieces and parts, and there was never a ton of explanation why, but through a long, serious battle with the federal government, Gibson ended up winning and getting the guitars back. Now, in response to that, the middle finger that they did is they made guitars with every single one. So this one, I'm going to read this. This is the official government series from Gibson. So the government series certificate of authenticity in August 2011. Okay, I was wrong. 2011. Federal agents raided Gibson guitar and confiscated fingerboards, necks, and even entire guitars. After months of negotiations, we received our necks and bodies back. We have used these blanks to create a series of new guitars to remind us that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These rights are exactly what Gibson has been founded on, and we will continue to provide happiness to all of our fans, regardless of what it takes to defend these rights. This certificate guarantees that the fingerboard on this guitar was one of the pieces confiscated and returned. We would like to thank you for your support in this matter and hope that you enjoy playing your Gibson guitar as much as we enjoyed making it. And old Henry J is signed on there. This is a cool middle finger. And I like that it's not like overly like, well, we donated money to this political party, and that's what, because there was a lot of speculation about who got raided and why they got raided and why other people didn't get raided. But I love that this guitar exists. So let's look at it and let's talk about it. Other than that, it's a pretty cool and kind of interesting 335. So number 181 of 300. Let's hear how it sounds. talk specs on this guitar. So while this is very similar to a 335 in many different ways, there are a couple significant differences. Now, inside this does just say an ES-335. It is a satin finish. It is not a gloss finish, which is cool for a special edition. Probably also kept the price down a bit for these guitars because they were a gamble, but it's interesting that they didn't go big and shiny and sell them for a bunch of money. Maybe, well, I'm sure they sold this for a bunch of money, but it probably wasn't in labor costs. For me, this guitar is very cool. I know that it has been played a lot, and so the logo that was on the pickguard is worn off. That's the part, I get it. It's used and it's played, but even at the best of days, that pickguard is a bit cheesy for me. But overall, I like the style and the vibe of this guitar. I like the nickel hardware. I like the fat fingers. The neck pickup is wild. But spec-wise, this guitar is really cool. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this guitar. I like this guitar, and I like that it was made as a result, in the face of an overreach. I mean, like, there's just no way to say it and I'm not saying any particular political opinion, but it was a big overreach for the government to come and take stuff from an American company. So I'm excited that this guitar exists. Thanks to CJ for letting me borrow this guitar. I'm Jeremy, this Guitar Hunter. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, and tell me in the comments below if you like this guitar. What would you do? What do you think about it? This is the guitar that the government tried to steal and is back in the world of rock and roll. Is guitar drama as far as the eye can see, but if you remember back in 2016, right? 2006. You don't have to look hard, you don't have to look far, but you can find freaking too much energy. Just coming in too hot. I love guitar drama as much as other people. Still doesn't feel like me. Feels like a character of myself. I found a guitar you haven't seen another one of. I've never seen another one. Nope. Too many starts. Too many false starts here. I hate everything. I'm not good at this. I feel like I should give up. I don't think any of those are true. I liked it. Okay, I like this. I like talking to a camera. Like it's a person. Like a lunatic.